Hello jelly babes, welcome back to my channel. So I am going to be showing you how I achieved this Aladdin nail design. So I've gone ahead and I've applied 2 coats to my index and my pinky, but these I just applied 1 coat of this Bluesky gel polish, and the code is CS23. And then on my middle and my ring finger, I'm going to do like a gel ombre, just because I wanted it a little bit lighter at the top. Because obviously that's where the moon will be, so I kind of wanted it to be like, you know, the moon shining and affecting the sort of night sky. Oops, sorry. So you just want to go and place it onto your nail. And obviously it's a little bit more different to working with gels than it is normal, because gel doesn't particularly dry until you cure it. But you just sort of go back and forth and keep sort of pressing it into the nail. So I'm just going to add a little bit more polish. Okay. So just sort of go back and forth and up and down to blend that line out. You will need to do it a couple of times, but make sure that you remove the polish before you cure it, because if you put it underneath the lamp, that polish is there to stay and you won't be removing it. Okay, so going ahead and applying the second coat now. It doesn't have to be too perfect because you are going to be putting decals over it. It was just to add that little bit of an effect and just making it lighter at the top. Okay, so again, go back and forth and just blend out that sort of line in the middle. So to add like a starry night effect, I applied this polish over the top, and the colour code is F27. So I wanted to use this image here, and I have been dying to do a design with this plate. It definitely needs to do a design. I'm filling it in with advanced stamping, which is what I'm going to do today to really sort of make the designs pop. So I've got 2 stampers ready. And because if you watch my review, you'll know I've had issues picking up these images properly because it didn't really pick up the sort of moon outline. I've just sort of went ahead and added it with my sort of nail art pen, just so I've got a rough outline to work with, so I know how to line the moon up properly when I apply the 2 decals to my nails. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill in. Sorry, it's a bit of an awkward angle. You might not be able to see everything that I'm doing, but basically I'm filling in Aladdin's clothes. So obviously it's mainly white and then a few goldy pieces on here. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill in the moon as well. You don't have to get it like completely perfect. I'd rather sort of be away from the face instead of it going onto the face and ruining it, because any patches you'll fill in later. I'll show you how I'll do that. Okay, so just concentrate on getting most of it filled in. And then I just went ahead and added the different bits of colour. Sorry, I know it's not very neat. And then to get rid of those gaps, all you want to do is get some polish and go over the top of it. And you sort of want to try and do that to the whole outline, just because it's going to help it to stand out on the nail. But in particular, when you're putting it over a darker base colour like I'm doing today. Okay, so just take your time. So then when you turn it round, and this is another bonus of doing it with the clear jelly stamper, you can see that everything's covered and, you know, any more work that's needed before you go on to the next step. So I've just did Jasmine's part of the decal. So when you're happy, you just want to go ahead and apply a top coat to the clear jelly stamper. Allow that to dry. You'll be able to touch it without it sort of sticking when it's dry. And then you'll just want to carefully peel it off like so. And then you have this decal, which is going to help with easier placing as well. So I'm just going to pop it onto my nail. You want to try and make it as flat as possible before you place it on the nail so you don't get any kinks. So I'm just going to roughly place it. I wanted to get the whole carpet on, but obviously my nails are not long enough and it's a different shape because obviously I'm doing it on a stiletto nail. But you can still obviously see parts of it. And then clean up, I'm just using acetone and a brush. And all that does is just sort of melt it away. So obviously be cautious because you don't want to overly do it and then it eats into the design on the nail. But it does very quickly just melt all that excess decal away. So I've applied the other one, and then I'm just finishing off by applying a top coat. Be careful on the decal nails just because you don't want to smudge it or rip it in any way. And this is the end result. So I know it's not perfect and absolutely, you know, very neat, but from my first attempt in doing decals in a long time and lining it up, I'm actually quite impressed with this one. And what a difference it makes when you add colour to this image. It's so cool. I absolutely love Aladdin. As a child, I really enjoyed watching it. So I was really pleased that I was able to do a design using this plate. So thanks for coming and checking out this tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it. Take care.